All right, today we're going to talk about intercepts and how to find intercepts given an equation in standard form. So intercepts are just where our points are going, or where our line is going to cross the axis. So if you look at the y-axis, okay, our line is going to cross at this point right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the y-intercept, I'm going to abbreviate intercept with INT, is 4. The x-intercept is where our line is going to cross the x-axis. In this case, it is 1, 2, so the x-intercept is 2. Okay, that's pretty easy to find them from a line that's already been graphed. But it's not much more difficult to find them from an equation that is written in standard form. So in number 1 here, we've got an equation, 2x plus 4y equals 12. It's in standard form. So if we actually go back and look at our points here, there's one basic thing we need to understand is that this point is actually 2, 0. So the x-intercept is where y is 0 because it's on the line, it's not up or down on the y coordinate. So the same thing for the y-intercept. That point is 0, 4. So to find our intercepts, the y-intercept is where x is 0, and the x-intercept is where y is 0. So if we take that same concept over to number 1, if we want to find the x-intercept here, we want to find out where this line touches our x-axis. All we have to do is cover up the 4y and solve, okay? So to find the x-intercept, get rid of your 4y. And the reason we could do that is because y at the x-intercept is 0. 4 times 0 is 0. So if you write it out a little longer, you could say, the y is 0. 2x plus 4 times 0 equals 12. Or we could just say 4 times 0 is 0. It's gone. We covered it up. We got rid of it. And so now you just solve for x. X-intercept is 6 because we divided both sides by 2. We can do the same thing for the y-intercept. X is 0. So the way I like to do it, I just like to cover it up. And at this point, I don't even write anything down. I could say 4y equals 12, divide both sides by 4. But the way I think about it, 4 times 3 is 12. The y-intercept is 3. So there's your y, there's your x-intercepts. So once you're given that information, I'm going to use the same graph over here. Add another point or another. I could graph that line by going y of 3, x of 6, and I could draw my line through those 2 points. Okay. Number 2, if you guys want to pause the video and take a second to look through this one and see if you can solve for x and y intercepts, feel free. I'm going to go ahead and solve it out though. So I cover up my y. 6 times 3 is 18. X-intercept is 3. And the y-intercept, cover up x. Now this time we've got a negative 3. So we've got a negative 3 times a number is equal to 18. Well, if it helps, you can write it out. Divide both sides by negative 3. Those negative 3's cancel down to just 1, giving us 1y equals 18 divided by negative 3, which is negative 6. And we've got our x and y intercepts.